The Brahma Bulls were screwed out of a victory last week. Mr. 300 in bowling ball, volleyball, testicle, whatever that monkey's ass name is, they got the better with the Brahma Bulls by 1 pin. And Troy, The Rock has a lot of respect for the way you play the game, but make no mistake about it, when you face The Rock, none of that matters. As a matter of fact, Troy, do you think you impressed The Rock by getting so many 300s? Well, The Rock says, if you can get so many 300s, why have you never been a WBL champion? Which brings us to Brett Maven. And Brett, The Rock knows exactly what took place the night after the WBL draft. You got down on your knees, put your midget hands together, and said a prayer, and sounded like this.
Oh dear God, you see, my name's Brett, and I'm on Troy's team again. But there's just one problem. Everybody still thinks that I absolutely suck.
And at that point, Brett, your house began to shake. The heavens opened, and God himself spoke to you and said this. Bob,
but my name's Brett.
It doesn't matter what your name is. You are absolutely right. You do suck. But there is one thing, and one thing only you can do. You must go find the man who is simply electrifying. You must go find The Rock.
Oh my God, anyone but The Rock.
Know your role and shut your mouth! And then, Brett, as fear went through your body, as tears went down your cheek, and as piss rolled down your leg, your house began to shake again. The clouds parted, the heavens opened, and what must have seemed like millions of voices all said to you in unison, Jabroni, if you smell what The Rock is cooking. This week, The Rock was supposed to have his rivalry match against Sean Parton. But due to recent events, The Rock, the Great One, now has a new rival. Coincidentally, the same rival as his partner. Some candy-ass queer with testicle hairs all over his chin, and they're not his own. So The Rock says he could care less about this week's match. Win or lose, it doesn't matter. The only thing that matters is next week, The Rock lays the biggest smackdown he's ever laid on the biggest faggot The Rock has ever seen. Finally, The Rock is gonna lay the smackdown on Mount Rosa's candy ass. That piece of trash runs his mouth. He's got a surprise for The Rock. He's gonna beat The Rock. Well, The Rock says you need to know your role and shut your mouth. Because The Rock is going to remind you exactly why he is the Great One. Why The Rock is the people's champ. And exactly why The Rock is, without a shadow of a doubt, the most electrifying man in the WBL. Because the Great One is
Hey Rock, what's going on? I like penis in my mouth. I'm gay.
Jabroni, do you think you can just come and interrupt the Great One in the middle of his electrifying promo?
Well, Rock, I just thought...
It doesn't matter what you thought! The Rock says you need to take a step back. No matter of fact, make that 2, because the Great One can smell your stank breath from here. And what The Rock wants to know is why your breath smells like strudel.
Tastes good.
Nah, let The Rock ask you this. Do you have 2 equally working sets of genitals?
I have a tiny penis.
Now shut your mouth, Hermie, and get your monkey ass out of The Rock's picture. Now, tonight is the night surprises unveiled, asses whooped, smackdown laid. The Rock is gonna take Mount Rosa down Know Your Role Boulevard, make that right on Jabroni Drive, and check his monkey ass directly into the SmackDown Hotel. If you smell...
Hey, can we make a stop on the way? I need to pick up some hemorrhoid cream for
What
my
did The
cat.
Rock just get done telling you, Hermie? No, The Rock says your brain must be equivalent to a steaming, stinking pile of monkey crap. Put your brain in a parakeet, sing, fly backwards. But if you insist on being in the Great One's picture, The Rock says you can just wear the Great One's brand new Brahma Bull t-shirt. And don't move, you puppet. Now, where was The Rock? What you gonna do, brother, when the 24-inch pythons... No, wait, that's not right. To be the man, woo! You gotta beat the... Nah, that's not right either. And that's the bottom line. No. Ooh, yeah, dig it. Definitely not. Okay. The Rock is the best there is, the best there was. Oh, wait, here it is. If you smell what The Rock, this ain't sing along with The Rock says it by himself. You've got 1 week. And The Rock means 1 week! Cause make no mistake about it, whether you like it, whether this piece of trash over here likes it, whether this big fat pig eating donuts over here likes it, The Rock says there is nothing. And The Rock means nothing that could ever compare to being the people's champion. When you go 1-on-1 with the Great One, The Rock will make your monkey ass famous. Just bring it! To all you jabronis who said Rocky sucks, who said the only thing The Rock is good at is promos, The Rock says this. 3 weeks ago, who was it that laid the smackdown on Splits or Swallows 7-0? Who was it 2 weeks ago that laid the biggest smackdown on the biggest cunt flumper in the WBL 7-0? Who was it last week who laid the smackdown on Team Face 7-0? But most importantly, who was it that became the #1 contenders for the WBL Championship? So The Rock says all you jabronis should have never, and The Rock means ever, underestimated the Brahma Bulls. The Rock walked in last week and did exactly what he said he was gonna do, and that's lay it, the smack it down on Matt Rosa's candy ass. The Rock put that piece of trash in last place where he belongs, proving once and for all why The Rock is the Great One. And if Matt Rosa's sore losing ass somehow happens to make it to the playoffs, The Rock will gladly show him why again. But from now on, jabroni, if you're even lucky enough to speak to the Great One, you will only address him as champion. As in the People's Champion. As a WBL Champion. As a just whooped your monkey ass all over God's green earth champion. If you smell what The Rock is cooking. The Rock says. Well, this is it, jabronis, the end of the video. And as promised, now you know exactly why The Rock is the Great One, why The Rock is the people's champ, and exactly why The Rock is, without a shadow of a doubt, the most electrifying man. Period. Because you see, The Rock not only walked out of the WBL the people's champion, but he walked out of there the WBL champion. So The Rock says there's really nothing else left for the Great One to do. So as for Season 5, The Rock might make a few special guest appearances, but really the Great One has better things to do. So The Rock says, know your roles, shut your mouth. If you smell what The Rock, your candy asses know the rest.
The Rock says he's gonna take your little CD, dust it off, turn it sideways, and stick it straight up your candy ass.